Risking our life in search of a waterfall. We've just arrived at Boyana Church. We've got a taxi. There's other ways of getting here. You can take a bus and a metro, but we just thought it was easier to get a taxi. It was only about like £5. You know how in a previous video I said we're not getting in a taxi if the driver isn't wearing a mask? Well, that kind of happened today because none of them tend to wear a mask when you first get in, and it's only well, our experience is you pretty much have to ask them once you're in the taxi to put a mask on. So I did that with this guy, and he didn't have a mask. He did all the fidgeting around, looking in all the compartments, couldn't find one, and eventually found a piece of plastic that he held up over his mouth. I was like, forget it. I was like, I'll just put the window down. So we drove with like a huge gust coming in the whole way. We could have got out, but we were in the taxi by then, so I just thought blast the fresh air and hopefully we'll be okay. There is a perspex screen between us and him, but to be honest, there's gaps. It's not like back home where there's like a big glass screen. Like, I don't know how good the perspex would really be, but anyway, that was our experience of getting here.
Boyana Church sits just on the outskirts of Sofia. This unassuming medieval building was built over 3 separate eras, the 10th, 11th and 19th centuries, and has been added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. Getting into the church itself is 10 lev, around £5. However, there is a strict allocated time of 10 minutes inside the church to help preserve the frescoes on display on the walls and ceiling. So we're starting a walk now. Now Romana said this morning that I wasn't dressed appropriately for a walk, and I've got my leather jacket on, my jeans, my Adidas ROM. I think I am appropriately dressed. I mean, I do look like I'm going to a nightclub or something, but these are the only clothes I've got, whereas Romana...
So I would say I am a little bit more appropriately dressed for a hike up the mountain, which is what we're doing today. We are hiking from Boyana Church, which we've just seen, up to Boyana Waterfall. So it should take approximately 1.5 hours to get to the waterfall. I've had a look online as to which way to go. Apparently there's 2 different ways. One takes a bit less time but is a steeper incline, and the other one takes a bit longer but is less of a gradient. So we've decided to challenge ourselves and go for the steeper gradient to get up there, and maybe we'll take the less steep one to come back down. So I'm just hoping that we find our way and that it's clearly signposted along the way, the trail, but we will keep you posted. Apparently this route that we've chosen follows the outskirts of a military base camp for about the first 10 or 15 minutes, and then we just keep following the river. So yeah, hopefully we're going the right way.
One thing I'm looking forward to this week is to get a haircut. I look like Ringo, but not in a good way.
Seeing these maps kind of makes you aware of how big this place is. So we're actually in Vitosha National Park. Vitosha Mountain is kind of in front of us, and we will do a separate vlog on kind of going right up to the top of the mountain, but today we're just kind of traversing the lower sections. But yeah, seeing these maps kind of makes you freak out a bit and think it could be quite easy to get lost in them there hills.
Left or right, who knows? Wish us luck.
I say we take this path and hope for the best. I guess at the end of the day, our goal is to get to the waterfall. So really, all we have to do is follow the stream. Did I not read that there were bears here?
Is that not Bansko?
No, I think it was maybe here.
No, I don't think there's bears.
It says that the path to the right follows the border of a military base for the first 10 to 15 minutes and then follows the river the rest of the way, so it must be that way.
Okay. The thing about the signage is it's all in acrylic, which is pretty obvious, of course it's going to be, but we've got this Google Translate thing. Sometimes it picks up and translates into English, sometimes it doesn't. Let's find out what this says. I'm knackered already. Entry. Entry? Nah. There's a big padlock there and it doesn't look very welcoming, so I think we'll go and try another route. Don't want to get shot or kidnapped. I think if we just follow the stream, we should get there. At the top of this hill, I'll see a path.
This is not a path anymore! Why didn't we just follow the easy path that was signposted at the very beginning? I actually can't believe this is happening. We're totally lost. The guide said follow the river, so that's what we tried to do, and now we're up in these woods and it's so steep, I don't know how we're gonna get down. Like,
Go back to the path that we're going to take. So we need to make our way all the way back down there.
I think we're gonna have to turn the camera off, hope that we get down in one piece and then come back to you. The reason I didn't think it was this way is because this path seems to lead up and away from the stream. But it looks like this is going to be our only option because that way was a death trap.
Apparently this water washes away all your troubles. We're very much on track now. I think it's a happier camp, isn't it, Romana?
Yeah.
Romana definitely got the rage earlier on. She fell quite a few times. Path is clear now. We're looking forward to our lunch. We're starting to see more snow here.
Which means we're getting higher. But the only problem is that when there's snow on the ground, it's harder to see the track. This is the steepest part of the walk so far. We've got a hotel to the right of us. I'm really hoping that we're getting near now to the waterfall. I'm gonna come there! It had to be done. Palm bears to the rescue.
Whenever we think we're near the waterfall, it's another 20 minutes away. So we just met a couple there that said we're 20 minutes away.
I want my lunch.
I've not had our lunch yet, we're getting hungry and a bit cranky.
We're getting closer. I can hear the waterfall. We've had our lunch. We're feeling energized. We just have to hope that we get back to the bottom before sunset. I think I've fallen about 10 times now. That's the other hand this time. How come you've not fallen once and I've fallen about 20 times? Oh my god. Oh shit. Risking our life in search of a waterfall.
Boyana Waterfall is the largest waterfall in Vitosha National Park, and even though it certainly proved difficult to get to, seeing its majestic beauty up close felt totally worth it.
That was utterly treacherous.
I've not been that scared in a long time.
That was like 999 Michael Buck rescue time.
Yeah, and we're still not at the bottom. We're only at the waterfall now. We've got to get back down. I'm just hoping that soon the snow will start to melt a bit and it won't be as slippy. But my one tip to anyone coming here is never be as stupid as us and come up here when there's snow
Wearing trainers.
I think we're over the worst. There was about an hour there where we didn't film because it was literally so dangerous, and we actually somehow managed to get off the path and ended up having to like scale down this mountain in snow. Couldn't see where we were putting our feet. I'm covered in mud.
Let's see.
This has been a fail, but yeah, hopefully we're gonna just make it out of here in one piece.
I was going to keep filming, and then it got to a point where I needed both hands because it was so bad. So before you go up to the waterfall, make sure you have the correct footwear and just leaving plenty of time because it's starting to get dark now, so we just made it back.
Yeah, just making our way back down to the church now, where I'm going to order a taxi. As I said before, you can get here by taking a metro and then a bus, so I'm going to put details of that into the notes below in case that's the way that you fancy coming. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to walk tomorrow. I think my legs and my feet are going to have seized up. But it's been fun, and I would actually highly recommend visiting the waterfall. Just be a little bit more prepared than we were, because we did nearly lose our life. And honestly, that's not me being dramatic. Like, there was a few moments where we both were genuinely really scared. So yeah, but we made it out alive and it's all good.